Hello guys, and welcome to my very first video on this channel. I'm kind of nervous about how it's going to turn out, but let's just go for it. Let's just push past that and go for it. Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'll be doing the Not a BookTube Newbie Tag. So this is a tag I just came across, and it sounded really good, and it feels like the perfect time to do it since I don't feel like a BookTube newbie anymore. I've been on BookTube for quite a while, so I thought this was the perfect tag to do at the moment. And this tag has 8 questions, and I will leave a link to the original tag video down below in case you guys want to check it out. So let's just get started. The first question is, how old is your channel? So my channel is 2 years old. It just turned 2 years old, I think, in May, which I didn't know until this month. I remembered last year when it was going to be my 1 year BookTube anniversary because I was really anticipating it. Like 1 year, that's amazing. But then 2 years came along and I forgot about it. So it's been 2 years now, and it's been a great 2 years. I have been on and off BookTube, as any of you who have seen my videos before and have been around for a while have noticed. But I still feel like it's been a great 2 years on here for the months that I have been on. I've really enjoyed BookTube, and I don't regret joining it at all. I think it's amazing. Question number 2 is, what is your favorite videos to make? I feel like my favorite videos to make are definitely wrap-ups. I really find a lot of joy in talking about the books that I read in that specific month, and I just really enjoy doing this types of videos. I think it also gives me a sense of satisfaction to look back on them and see how many books I managed to read in a month, because there are some months when I will read like 12 books in a month and I'll be super proud of myself, but then there are others where I'll read like 2 at the most and I feel bad. But I really enjoy making those videos, and I feel like I get a lot of good feedback on them too, so I will always continue to do monthly wrap-ups because I really love doing them. Question number 3 is an interesting one. It is, what is one piece of advice you give to anyone wanting to join BookTube? So I feel like this is advice I'd give to not only people wanting to join BookTube, but YouTube in general, and that is probably the number 1 piece of advice you'll hear from anyone who has been on YouTube, and that is just to be yourself. And I know how hard it is to be original on YouTube, especially in a specific community. I thought it was really hard to be original in the beauty community, which I used to be a part of. I'm not anymore, but I found surprisingly that it is also hard to put out original content in the BookTube community, because a lot of things have already been done, and it's really hard to just sit down and think of what could I bring to BookTube that hasn't been done before. Or at least I just try to think of something that isn't done on BookTube often. Like, everyone does TBRs, everyone does wrap-ups, everyone does hauls. So I still do those videos, but I also try to think of what could I bring to the table to BookTube that is different. And one of the things I have come up with that booktubers have done before, but not a lot of booktubers do it. It's very rare, and that is to do videos about book news, like telling your subscribers what books are going to be released, what book adaptations are going to be released really soon. So I found that's something really new to BookTube that I was able to bring to the table. So it just takes a lot of thinking to think of something that is new to BookTube that has been done before, trying to come up with original content. It's really hard, but I would recommend to just sit down and just brainstorm. And eventually you will come up with something that hasn't been done before. And the reason I say this is also because people really like originality. And though it's hard to be original on BookTube, it's really worth it because you'll be able to give your subscribers something they haven't seen before, and in turn they'll be more inclined to subscribe to you because you are different and not a carbon copy of other booktubers in the way you act as well and the content you produce. So I hope that piece of advice helped. I feel like it was very rambly, but yeah. That's probably one major piece of advice I give to any BookTube newbie. Question number 4 is, since joining BookTube, have you run into any unforeseen challenges? I think the biggest challenge for me is being consistent. There's been a lot of things coming up, especially recently, that have really pulled me back from making videos. So I find it's really hard, I guess, to make time to do videos and to be consistent. And I always really feel bad when I'm not consistent, because I know I do have subscribers. I do have like 500 now, so I kind of feel bad when I like let them down and I don't produce enough videos. So that's something I'm working on, but I, at this point, have nothing really major on my plate anymore, so I can make more videos, so that's a good thing. Question number 5 is, what is a favorite book you read because of BookTube? I don't remember the specific booktuber who I first heard this book from, but I heard it all over BookTube, and I just remember hearing about it so much that it really inclined me to read it when it first came out 2 years ago, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. If you don't know, this is one of my favorite books of all time now. I love it, and I have BookTube to thank for introducing me to this book. And since more of the books have come out, since the 3rd book is out now, I have fallen even deeper in love with this series, and I'm looking forward to reading the 3rd book in this series very soon. And there are also a lot of other books that BookTube introduced me to that I absolutely love, but this is probably the #1 favorite book that BookTube introduced to me that I just love so much. Question number 6 is, overall, what is your favorite aspect about BookTube? And I guess my favorite aspect is that BookTube really gives you a chance to connect with other readers. I feel like in my personal life, it's hard to really relate to anyone else with a book obsession level, I guess. The only person I can really talk about books with is my mom, because she's also a reader, but other than that, that's about it. So it's really nice to come on BookTube and make videos and get to chat with other people who love books as much as you do, and chat about specific books that you and that person also love. I love that aspect about BookTube, and it's actually the exact reason why I joined this community, just so I can talk to other people about books, and I'm so glad that I've gotten to do so. Question number 7 is, give at least one BookTube newbie a shout out. Now, I have a problem with checking out other booktubers who are new. I feel like I have my set list of booktubers who I subscribe to that I follow, but I really need to work on checking out new booktubers because they deserve a love too. So just this afternoon, when I was coming up with the answers to these questions, I started searching online for new booktubers, and I came across this one who I watched her BookTube Newbie Tag, and I thought she was so great. She has a lot of enthusiasm, which I really love, and her channel is called, I forgot to write it down, but I think I remember it's Protagonist, and I really love that she's really enthusiastic about books, and she specifically likes murder mysteries. So I actually said to her that I'd be willing to buddy read a murder mystery with her, and she said that that would be great. So hopefully that will happen, because I've never done a buddy read before. But I would recommend her channel. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her videos in the future. The last question is, who do you tag? I always say I don't really tag anyone specific in these tag videos, so I tag everyone. If you have been on BookTube for a while, then I recommend you do this tag because it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching.